So much. Our next wonderful flying soloist is Robert Cree, and the title of his is The Day That Changed My Life.
Oh, hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, my head. Something's wrong with my head. Oh, Becky, did you hit me in the head with a baseball bat? Oh, something is seriously wrong with my. Oh, I need to go to the doctor. Becky, this is me having an aneurysm. Becky is my wife. We both just retired, and this is our first vacation together. We spent the night at the Sawtooth Mountains. We went up the Snake River, and we stopped at the Battle of the Bighorn. That's where the Nez Perce fought the Union Army. We stood outside, and we looked at the big sky, Montana. First time we've been to Montana. And oh, it's beautiful. And all of a sudden, boom, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I told Becky, I said, Becky, I'm in terrible pain and something's wrong with me. You should probably go back inside and ask the museum what they can do for us. She went back inside and she came back out. It was hailing like, oh, terrible. And I was throwing up tuna fish and cherries. I had the terrible pain. I couldn't hold anything in my stomach. I was just doubled over. And she said, get in the truck. I'm going to drive us to Wisdom, Montana. Well, about an hour later, I'm glad we didn't get a wreck in there. And we pulled to Wisdom, Montana, and there was an ambulance waiting for us. Becky looked up on the barn, and it said, okay. It was a big red barn. And she said, Bob, you're going to be okay. Well, at the time, I didn't know what she was talking about. I was in so much pain. But the ambulance took me inside, and they drove me to Butte, Montana. Well, at Butte, they did an MRI, a brain scan, and they found that I had a hemorrhage. My cerebellum had an artery pop in my head. 13% of all people have a hemorrhage, very few. It can happen, what happened to me, I found out later through the doctor, it can happen to anybody. I was in perfect health. I went to the doctor 3 months before that, had a clean bill of health, I was on no medication. I'd had no warning at all. Well, from there, they flew me to Billings, Montana. When I was in Billings, I met Dr. Spear. And Dr. Spear, he come to me and said, Mr. Cree, we're going to have to operate on you. I said, oh my God. What does that mean? I mean, I'm not ready to die. Well, I can't guarantee it. I just retired my whole life. I don't want to die yet. Please, if I got to do it, I got to do it. I have no choice. I said, we don't. We have to relieve the blood pressure on your brain. We have to cut a hole in your skull and relieve the blood pressure immediately. So I went in. And the next morning I woke up, I was alive. Over 60% of all people have aneurysms die. Another 20% are invalid. I'm one of the very few that's still alive. Very, very fortunate. I'm grateful. Every day I wake up and I'm grateful that I'm alive. Well, after 3 weeks of therapy in Billings, we went back to Roseville, California. That's by Sacramento. That's where we both grew up. We spent another week doing another 3 weeks more therapy. And before I retired, we talked about when we retire, we want to move up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I have family up there. So we packed that was what I call my first healing journey. I went to Coeur d'Alene. With Becky, we loaded up the U-Haul and away we went. Well, I made all the right connections up there. They had a Unity Church up there. At that time, I was a member for like 35 years. So I had a community just like here. I had a community that came here. So I went there and I made some really good friends. And one of the most important people I met up there was Dr. Brett. Dr. Brett, he's been a neurosurgeon for 35 years. I said, Dr. Brett, be honest with me. What's going on? He said, Robert, you'll get a little bit better. Oh, my God. I don't want to hear that. I just retired. I play golf 3 times a week. I played 3 times in the last 5 years. I have no equal balance, no equilibrium. I miss the things I used to do. I miss them. Do I feel guilty? No. The same God, source creator that created me, the stars of the earth, can heal me. I believe that. And I'm taking baby steps. And I'll get to being here very shortly. But Dr. Brett, he wrote this letter. I said, Doctor, I'm a dry drunk. People think I'm drunk all the time, and I'm not drunk. And he wrote me this letter. And this is it. I tell people I talk like Frankenstein, and I walk like Frankenstein, and I talk like Forrest Gump. This has saved my life a couple times. The policeman pulled me over, wanted to give me a sobriety test. Go in the bar, and they want to, hey, no serving you drinks. I haven't had a drink. Well, it's who it may concern. Mr. Cree has been evaluated and treated for me for a stroke that damaged the cerebellum, resulting in imbalance, limb incoordination, and a slurred speech. His speech enunciation declines further when he is hurt, stressed, fatigued, anxious, upset, as is usual for his condition. I'm spastic on my right side. My whole right side is spastic, even my brain. And when I talk, I have a hard time talking because people talk so fast. And the Indians used to hold a feather, and they took turns talking. People butt in, they talk, and I have the hardest thing for me to do is talk. And I hold back a lot for talking because I got videos of me talking fluently and smoothly. I can't talk anymore. I can't, because all you do is so good. I appreciate the love people give me. They give me love, and I appreciate that. So it means a lot. But I know me better than anybody. I know what I'm healing. I know what I'm doing. And I got a long ways to go. When I was up in Coeur d'Alene, I met wonderful people up there. And Dr. Brett, he'd been a neurosurgeon 35 years, said, you're very adaptable. If you weren't so adaptable, you'd probably be dead. You'd probably be dead. I was the most valuable player in tennis in high school. I used to walk on my hands upstairs. I was a very good athlete. That Dan Millman, Peaceful Warrior, I was a very good athlete at one time. But, that was before my stroke. And then what do? Okay, I felt I exhausted all of my resources up there. I turned over every rock, looking to heal myself, did everything I can. I read the book, of course, Dr. Bundy's book, and I read, there's another book by Ted Baxter, 41 years old, had a stroke like me. It took him 14 years to recover. Well, he's 19 years younger than me. I'm 60. So what do? I'm thinking, I take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. Well, I'm getting the age where most people have a stroke in their 80s and they just give up because they know they're going to be a centurion before they heal. I'm 60 years old. I got to accelerate the healing process. That's why I came to Kauai. Where can you go in the United States and wear your shorts and go out in the sun and go swimming every day? I know the sun. Oh man, I love it. I go out early in the morning. The sun's out. The sun. My computer gone sun glaze. The sand, the basalt rock, the coral. It washes up. People don't realize the sand. I dig in the sand. I ground myself in the sand. Then I'm like a battery. I go in the ocean. There's the dust of the earth, the ocean, and my body's a battery. So I go in the ocean. Oh man, I love the ocean because I can charge myself, and I can do that every day here. Every day I go out. Most people only use about 20% of their respiratory system. That's another part of my healing process. I do the sun moon breath, fire, do breathing exercises. I'll call it brain breathing. I do breathing exercises. I'll also everybody wants to see you something here. I like a massage. I like once in a while, but I know what they need. My friend here, he grew up here, Solar, he said, oh, go to see this doctor. See, no, I know myself what I need to do to heal myself. Well, beside that, the sun, the breath, TV, blue light, you wake up when the sun comes up, go to bed when the sun goes down. Another thing is fasting. We've gotten away from fasting. The best way to heal yourself is to fast. Oh, you don't eat no food? You're kidding. No. Fasting. Look in the Bible. There's all kinds of... Look to any spiritual book there is. Look to any spiritual master. What did they do to gain strength? They fasted. But people have got away from fasting. And I did something what they call apophagy. Apophagy is something that Professor Oshumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016. Your body is actually consuming tissue, dead tissue, and imagine Pac-Man in your body, going through your body and cleaning your body. You get every little nick and cranny of your body is purely clean. It's beyond fasting. You get to apophagy by fasting. So I've done a lot of fasting while I'm here. And being alone, that's why I didn't bring my wife up here. Fasting, you got to be by yourself. You pray and be by yourself. I've done a lot of that since I've been here. So all this together is part of my therapy for being here. If I can be help to somebody, that's all I really want to do. What does a cat or a dog do when they get sick? They fast, they eat a little bit of grass. Just listen to nature. That's what it's about. I don't want sympathy from anybody. I know what they have to do. There's a blood-brain barrier that our brain is not supposed to be injured. Our body breaks down, we exercise, not our brain. That's why neuropathy, it takes so long. It takes a long time to do. And I'm speeding up the process as much as I can. So if I can be help to somebody through my journey, and I get people calling me up right now, hey, my wife, my best friend had a stroke. I'm not a doctor, but let me share my knowledge that I've gained in the last 5 years with you. I can maybe help you. People doing that right now. And I like to help people right now that need help. If anybody needs help, I can be help with them. And that's what I help to be. Thank you very much.